Yo, what is up? I'm back, guys. Missed the Father's Day episode. Well, no, you didn't miss the Father's Day episode. Doing it today. City on Father's Day, but I was making money on my lovely Father's Day. But today we're gonna talk about the lovely fathers of anime. The good ones, the bad ones, the horrible ones, the butt assholes, and all the other good ones, and everything in between. Who my guest star and the CEO and founder of Nerdum United, Nick Perry, is joining me today.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's popping.
So it's about to go down. Like I said, we're gonna be talking about any anime father, any role model of a protagonist, antagonist, anything that was type of a father, biological, and we'll talk about like I said, the good, bad, and the uglies. Like, share, subscribe to the Justin Anime group page and the Just in Anime YouTube channel, and yeah, subscribe. I appreciate everybody for the support that you guys giving me, and let's get this rolling. So, when you think of an anime fathers, there's tons of them. We got bad ones, we got good ones. Nick, my boy, start us off, man. Give us your anime father.
So my anime father, starting off, I'm gonna start off pretty strong. It's gonna be Maze Hughes.
Good one.
By far the definition of what a father is. He sacrificed what he needs to be at all times. Like if he needs to stay up, he's gonna stay up. If he needs to go put some extra hours for work, he's gonna be there. And not only that, he's gonna be, one hell of a husband as well too. Like he's just that type of individual that if he was real, that you want to model yourself after.
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely, man. Loved his kids. You can tell that his daughter loved the hell out of him. I like my daughter loves me just like Hughes' daughter as well. And then his connection with his family, all together with his wife and kids, man, it's literally no comparison. Just by far one of the top tier father figures in anime.
Yes, Hughes, he definitely left a mark on everybody. Probably the funeral was with everybody, both Full Metal and Brotherhood. And the funeral you can tell he was loved by
Absolutely
everybody. Like when the news got to, oh boy, my brother, right on. Hey, gotta rock with the dads, Jeremiah, my boy. We representing out here. Anime fathers do it too. So Mace Hughes, you started off strong, my brother. So
Absolutely.
mine, I'm gonna go left. I'm gonna go with the bad. I'm gonna go to father. He just comes to mind. I'm gonna say Judge from Germa 66. That is a horrible, horrible father. Like One Piece hits you in the feels with a lot of stuff. When you hear Sanji's backstory, and you thinking Chef Zeph would be his father the way he's been there. And we got to see the real biological father of Sanji of the Straw Hats. Man, that was horrible. That was the worst father I can think of. Like, you told your son just to leave. You put him in the freaking dungeon. He couldn't do stuff that he wanted to do. I was like, when he told Sanji, he said, "Hey man, you can leave, but don't tell nobody you my son." Like, who tells their kid that?
Right. Fair.
I was like, damn. And then him regarding Chef Zeph and his real dad, I would say was amazing. Chef Zeph was Sanji's father over the judge any day.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Man, let's see. Any bad fathers on here? You gave us a good one. What's a bad one comes to mind?
A bad father, because I really don't pay attention to bad dads. I mean, because I don't. So that ain't really my forte. But if I had to pick a bad father, people want to say Goku's a bad dad, but that's just his Saiyan blood.
I was. You know what? I was thinking about that today. Like Goku's not a bad father. Just look where he came from.
That's just his instincts, and he's going off instincts. But if I had to choose a bad father, it would definitely be, what's his name? Baki's dad.
Yujiro.
Yeah, definitely. If that was a father figure that was bad, it's definitely gonna be him. Just because he literally just bred to have a great fighting partner. And the fact that Baki was like, I didn't care if my dad was the best fighter in the world. It just happened to be so. I will have to fight him regardless for what he's done. I mean, he killed Baki's mom by snapping her back. And
Yo,
he beat the shit out of Baki like first time through. So when talking about like a bad father figure, he's pretty much like the shits of all shits. Like, and he doesn't change even after they fight. Towards the
oh
end, they're like,
no,
spoiler, he doesn't change. So it's pretty much
oh
like
yeah.
that into the end.
Yeah, it was definitely horrible. Like when I first watched Baki and they talked about his dad, and then when he came up after he was fighting Coral and he said y'all both can still fight, and I'm like, your son's over here damn near knocked out, homie. And man, that you drill, man, the stuff that dope. He's a dope fighter, dope martial artist, horrible father. That is
Absolutely.
that is definitely a horrible father. When a one comes to mind is this man on my shirt. And if anybody had redemption, is this lovely man here, the Prince of all Saiyans, Vegeta. Now, Dragon Ball Z Vegeta, yo, if anybody could have started out as a bad person and you didn't think he would be a father, he's redeemed himself a lot through the Dragon Ball years. Like, he's definitely, I would say, he's redeemed himself. He's shown more father figurism in Super than he definitely did in Z. Find out he had a kid, and then Trunks came back in time to make sure he saved him and whatnot. And uh, like, I have big respect for Vegeta because became a Saiyan prince to an evil villain to a protagonist and to a father. When he first had Bola, I think that's what's the baby's name? His daughter, I think in Super.
Oh, his daughter. I don't. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. I have no fucking idea.
I'm not even gonna lie, I forget her name, but I like when she was born and he was holding her. And I think he was
Mhm.
telling somebody I think he was telling Trunks how to hold the baby. And I'm like, it was so cute though, because you wouldn't see Vegeta do that, like the Vegeta that we know.
Nice.
And I like how he trained Kaba. That was like a father figure thing, kind of to me a little bit. When he
True.
trained Kaba in the Tournament of Power to make him go Super Saiyan, not just Super Saiyan, but Super Saiyan 2. That was amazing. Like Vegeta's come a long way from Z all the way to Super.
Well, would you say that it's actually he was training to be a father figure, or just trying to train someone that represented his race? Like you're representing the Saiyan race. You are
Yeah,
part of
probably true. Probably the same
you're
thing.
representing you're representing the Saiyan race, and I'd be damned if
Yeah,
you are part of my class of warriors and think shit is cool. And I mean that's where I was getting at, or that's what I was seeing. Because if
yeah.
anything, Vegeta's a father to his kids and an uncle slash somewhat parent to Goku's kids. Everyone else he don't give a fuck about.
Oh,
But
true.
when it comes to being a Saiyan, like that's his pride and joy. Um, by for he puts the pride of being a Saiyan above everything. He talks to Belma. I mean, he talks to Goku like I am Saiyan pride. This is what we Saiyans do. So for him to actually train Kaba, like I see what you're saying, but it was more
Yeah,
of
yeah.
like we gonna bring you up to speed because this is how we bang, this is how we fight type deal.
Oh, yeah, true. It was probably more like a saying thing more than like a father thing. Yeah, definitely. I say he did. I would say he did. Kaba did kind of look up to him as he started calling him master and whatnot. And so I say that is a little model, but Vegeta was definitely on my thing for fathers. Definitely on my thing for a good father. Another one that comes to mind, bad one. I want to say, even though you didn't see too much of him, I would say Ging from Hunter x Hunter from Hunter x Hunter.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
man,
absolutely. Yeah, he's wild. He was a wild one.
yeah, like you left your son when he was a baby, and then you pretty much had a whole anime for him trying to find you. A whole anime just for him to find you to go through all these trials, tribulations, meeting the people that he did, met the friends that he did, he met Killua, met Karapika, met old boy, the glasses dude, and all the trials and all whatnot just to meet you. It was kind of messed up that he did him like that, just to
True.
try to. It was really messed up. Like, I mean, I'm glad he got to meet his dad, and probably Gon was more happy than anything to meet him. I don't know how Ging felt, but eh, eh.
Which I feels. Which I feels. Another good one for me is Byakuya from Dr. Stone, Sengoku.
Oh yes,
His dad definitely represented good father figure for me. Um, Definitely had to go ahead and put him up there just simply because dude was just he set the bar of like we're going to have to survive if my son's not here. If there's some way I know he's going to survive, I have a way to communicate and for him to build after I'm gone.
yeah,
And he gave his son the hopefulness to achieve something great, just being there. You feel what I'm saying?
yeah,
And just nurturing that brain of his, always being there, always making sure it's good type deal.
yeah.
Um,
He definitely, even though he left him a lot of clues and he couldn't see him.
mhm.
That the whole backstory for him trying to have Senku make sure he can bring back civilization, make sure civilization survive. That was good. His father did all he could.
Yeah, I mean for what he could do,
Yeah,
I ain't mad at him. You feel what I'm saying? So it was definitely an enjoyable thing to see.
yeah,
That
it
was a
definitely
good one.
was. Definitely was. Another good father figure, another good, I would say, father who comes to mind. Like there's so, I would say Minato from Naruto. Like if somebody had to sacrifice stuff for his son to live, but he had to put Naruto through all the stuff they had to go through, but him and his mom went through it. And when I actually saw the whole thing of the Nine Tails attacking the village, and like I
Mhm.
played Storm 4 and I went through the whole thing, and I was like, oh, that's how they died? And they make sure it was so sad, like when Naruto was being born, up to being when he was being born, and Minato bought him a toy. They went shopping for him and stuff, and was talking to him. And when he was in me and Kushina's belly and all that. And then when he was finally born, it was sad because when I was playing in Storm 4, you know how the narrative is.
Right.
And they had the Nine Tails nail just sticking in Kushina and Minato, and they were just talking to Naruto, tell him to make a whole bunch of friends, become a great ninja. And that was sad. And then he had to put the burden on him, have the Nine Tails, and have Naruto live like that. But I like how the curse broke, and he got to see Minato.
Mhm.
That was sad. That was a. I know he only could do so much, but he, as a father, he did a hell of a good job of what he could do for his
Right.
son, just to live. And now look at him; he's the Hokage. Took him like some episodes, took him some good episodes, but he became the Hokage. And I would say his dad did a hell of a good job.
I would say his dad did a good job laying the foundation of who his father was. He really couldn't install teachings in his son.
Yeah,
Um, but I mean, he was a great father. I mean, he had the potential of being a phenomenal father,
yeah,
for sure. And definitely laid out the foundation for him to succeed, even though he wasn't there. And though he was able to, seal his chakra within him, just in case that moment, just when that moment comes, he was able to give enough influence onto his son to realize, like, hey, it's okay. And then when he came back and was revived, you know what I'm saying? Naruto had the ability to, like, I'm going to trust him to my father because he gave me such an amazing power because he believed in me, even though I was just an infant, like a newborn.
yeah.
So he had the potential to be great. If Naruto had his father to train him, to be there and raise him,
Hmm.
absolutely would have been a phenomenal father
Oh
potential.
yeah, he like I said, he definitely for sure. Like I said, Naruto did pretty good too for what he like getting like had to pretty much raise himself pretty much, but
Mhm.
still always had his parents in mind. Always wanted to see his father. When he got to finally see his dad, that was definitely a good moment. Like I
Absolutely.
said,
I got another good one.
go ahead.
Speaking on One Piece, um, Newgate.
I already knew I was gonna say Whitebeard. I was like,
Yeah, Newgate is the definition of a phenomenal father figure. Edward
oh yeah,
Newgate, aka Whitebeard,
yeah,
one of the was the last of the old golden age of piracy in One Piece,
Yes.
that battled toe to toe with Roger. He was a captain, of course, of the Whitebeard Pirates, and every pirate, every crewmate on that ship was his son, and he literally represented the embodiment of like, no, they're my kids, and I'm gonna go fucking get them, even though they're knucklehead bastards. I'm gonna make sure they're good.
Yes.
And the fact that he went after Ace the way he did is like, no, that's my son, and I'm gonna go get my son. I don't give a fuck what he did. I'm going to teach him. There is by far nothing comparable to that. When Ace died, I felt the rage of a father figure that wanted all hell to break loose.
Oh
Immediately
yeah.
on that.
Yo.
Absolutely.
Work.
Yeah, absolutely. And
definitely.
then in the way he just stood tall, and though he was like, he told when he talked to Shanks one-on-one, when Blackbeard was on bullshit, he was like, I know he's on bullshit, I know he's fucking up, but this is something I need to handle. That's, as a father figure, if my kids fuck up, I'm gonna go handle it. I'm gonna get them together. But that's him being in their lives and taking care of, what I'm saying, the duties of a father. You feel what I'm saying? So it's just like, I felt that, like, if my kids messed up because I'm influencing in them and I'm around them, that's me that has to do the correction. No officer, no one else. That's my responsibility. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Newgate definitely, I felt that he was definitely that guy to me. So
Whitebeard definitely, like when he told Ace when he rescued him and he was talking to Ace and he said, he said, "Are you happy I'm your father?" And he said, "Yeah." He said, "Good. That's all I need to hear." Because he went through hell to go get Ace. Like, went through hell to go get Ace. And man, I'm not gonna lie, I was sad for Ace's moment, but I was more sad for Whitebeard dying.
No, I cried when Ace died. That was immediate tear because I felt, I have a little brother that basically looks up to me like that.
Yeah.
And if something happens to me like that, I know he'll do the same. But I'll jump in front of a fucking rocket to save my brother and take it to the chest. If that means he's going to be okay with a smile on his face, because I've done enough dumb shit that it could come back and I will have to save him. Yeah. And I know my father will do the same with Whitebeard, and he was like, he'll go out in the blaze of glory. And then it will be, I felt that. So.
Oh, no, yeah, that moment. Yeah. One Piece hit you in the feels. That moment, absolutely. Marine Corps, definitely. Whitebeard dying, Ace was the Ace, Whitebeard dying. It was just, man, guys standing up. Like,
oh, yeah.
That was amazing. Definitely, I was going to say, definitely Whitebeard. Another good, oh my goodness, father figure. Another good father figure, or role model for that matter.
Yeah, another one.
Oh, would I call him a father figure? You know what? I got somebody. Somebody from Kengan Ashura, the martial arts anime, kind of like Baki a little bit, but not as exaggerated. I would say Nico Tokita, Oma's master. That dude, I would say definitely out of the people in the Kengan universe, great father figure. Because Oma didn't have no dad. Oma was on the streets fighting people in the district that he grew up in. Mm-hmm. And then when Nico first met him, he wanted the training. And I like how he went through all he went through to train Oma and to basically save him too. Because when he got with the possessing spirit stuff, he had to pretty much calm Oma down, and he didn't want to fight him, but he had no choice to. And Oma wouldn't be the dude he is today if it wasn't for Nico. And he sacrificed himself to save Oma. It was sad to see him in the after images and stuff. Like, and spoilers, if anybody hasn't finished reading Kengan, he probably popped up at the end and pretty much told Oma he can go to sleep, pretty much, like, and when he so-called died. And I would say he was a good father figure. He taught Oma, he raised him, he taught him how to fight and whatnot, and he told him to believe in the fighting style that he was teaching him. And pretty much afterwards, when he died, Oma looked up to Nico because Nico wasn't no punk, but I felt bad because he lost, and Oma thought he just lost because he thought he was weak, and he just said pretty much the fighting style I'm teaching you, the Nico style is what you make it out to be. So he instilled a lot in him, and I like when the second part of the Kengan manga started up, and he finally realized almost like what Nico really taught him and whatnot, and started embracing it. I would say he was a good father figure. Good father
Absolutely,
figure.
absolutely. Another one. Now I got two more
Go
because
ahead.
these are my last two big ones.
Go ahead.
Ishin Kurisaki, Ichigo Kurisaki,
Yeah.
dad,
Mhm.
great father,
Oh yeah.
great father. That's how you step up. My son going through some bit shit. I don't care how strong you are. Let's catch these hands. We in it. And he loved his son. He loved his kids. Like I can't emphasize enough how important it is to like just be there with your kids like all the time because they like when something happen or whatever, like they just you feel what I'm saying? It's just I don't know. I can be goofy as hell with them when I'm around them, but when some shit pop off, I can just literally
Hate it.
I can just you feel me just literally just be there. Like I can just whoop your ass and turn it up whenever. Like for real, like the whole Kurosaki family, like he really when shit goes down, like I can be the goofiest person, no one knows, but when shit needs to pop off, I'm gonna step up and we're gonna get shit done and taken care of. Like
Yeah.
by far. So that's another one I resonated with. I'm sorry, I can't think of bad fathers because it's like I don't give a fuck about them. I mean, there's cartoon dads if we're gonna talk about bad fathers as well.
I already know.
Um,
I'm thinking of somebody you already thinking of because I haven't watched
yeah,
it yet, but I know one in
yeah. So there's that, but of course, we can keep going. Like we just don't have to do anime dads. I got cartoon dads I know as well. So
Oh yeah. My other one. Who's dang? It's like I forgot. Like I'm thinking more bad ones than good ones, but there was some definitely some good ones. Even though he was a dragon, I haven't finished watching Fairy Tail and I feel bad. Igneel for Natsu.
okay. That's
Yeah.
a fairy tale.
Yeah. I gotta yeah, bad for oh yeah, we already mentioned Ging, bro. Big bro Sean. We already mentioned Ging. Horrible father. Definitely horrible father. I would definitely say Igni. I said I only can say so much about Fairy Tail because I haven't finished, but the way Natsu talks about Igneel and wanting to find him, great fight. He's a dragon. He's not even a human being, and that's his father because he's a dragon slayer and he taught him how to use dragon slayer magic. I will say, oh yeah, back here, Doctor Stone. Yep, we already said him too, Aiden. I said Nick was on
Hey
him.
man, that was my number two.
Yeah, number
That was
two,
my
number
number
two.
two.
Definitely Igneel for Fairy Tail.
I got one more.
Oh,
Jojiro from Food Wars. His father
oh
was.
yeah,
He was definitely because I love to kick. I love to cook.
yeah,
Like I love to cook. Greg's in here. Like Greg's a phenomenal cook, and like me and him will just cook on, and we'll really freestyle in the kitchen. Like we'll follow recipes, but to inspire your kids to find something that tastes amazing and smells great. Um, there's no comparison to that. To inspire your kids to be free, and there's no limitation on what you can create. You always want to inspire your kids no matter what they can do.
yeah,
Like I mean, as long as it's good and productive, you don't want to inspire them to do bad shit. Um, uh, so it's just it's a good take though. Like Food Wars, me and Aiden, we don't know the last season. Last season of Food Wars does not exist. It's the first four. Five. There's no five season. There's no fifth season. There's four. And the fact that his son is like, I'm only here because my dad got this goal, but I got recipes that will beat the socks off of anyone in this world on the high class of culinary arts. Um, oh yeah. Like finding that I ain't gonna lie. Like I like to create meals for my wife. Like when he said that, I was like, man, I can create anything, and it's like that's why I got into I've been barbecuing since I was 16. I'm
That's
20.
what.
I'm 28 now. I'm about to be 29. My dad, like, I helped when I was like 14, but I actually got on the grill by myself by 16. And recently, I just got to smoking meat. And I'm like, man, I want to learn how to smoke meat. And now I'm about to learn how to make soups from scratch. Where I can, like, man, I want to create this type of soup where we don't have to, cook meat all the time. Like, we got soup here that can last us a while or things like that. And I do it for my wife. And like she does the same thing in the kitchen. Like we really be freestyling. We do it for the people that we love. And again, that influence was put onto his kid. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
by far, it was like, I'm around my kids. They gonna love what I love. So I was inspired to do that with him. So that played a major role. And that's why he's one of my top father figures.
Yeah. Oh boy, his father was definitely dope. And he can cook his ass off too. Dude wasn't no
Absolutely.
joke. That dude was no joke. Oh, the dad Thor's from Vinland Saga.
Of course, he's a good father figure.
Yeah, definitely. Like you going to war and he didn't. I wish he would have lived. Man, this dude was a cold father figure, and just to not to break out the war for a war to break out, and then they come there and pillage the family and all that. He went to war himself, and he wasn't trying to fight no more. Unfortunately, like war dragged him back in, and he sacrificed a lot for his kids.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
he was definitely a good father figure. Definitely a good father figure. Anybody in the chat? Anybody in the chat got some good father figures? We ain't gonna think of no bad ones. We the bad ones. We can think of bad ones all day. Let's think of some good ones because it's like it seems like it's hard to think of good ones. Shouldn't be.
Yeah.
But we said all the good ones.
Nah, I can think good ones all day. I'm a representation of a great father figure. So I mean, I am what I represent. I got another one that's good. He didn't get too much love because he was overshadowed by like his wife, but in cartoons, I gotta say Phil and Lil's dad. He was a stay-at-home dad for real.
Yeah, Howard. Yeah,
like he definitely held it down as a stay-at-home dad. Like, even though in the up and coming new remake of Rugrats, he's not there. They're going to make Phil and Lil's mom. She's going to be gay, which is perfectly fine.
Yeah.
But Howard was a great father figure. He was always with the kids, and it was really good. So he's up there. You can say Stu Pickles because he's always creating, always being someone who wants to develop something that his kids will love and that other kids will love. You feel what I'm saying?
Now Stu was definitely a good, even though stuff didn't work, sometimes he still made it. He was definitely a good father figure.
Absolutely.
I would say if we think cartoons. I'm not gonna lie. Grandpa from Hey Arnold.
That ain't bad. That's a good one.
Yeah, Grandpa was cool. Grandpa was cool. I consider Grandpa's fathers too. I would say they than actual fathers sometimes because sometimes they got to step in and do the fatherly job. Yeah, I would say
I can respect that.
I say Grandpa from Hey Arnold, and then when I saw the movie, and I'm like, dang, like Grandpa was there for Arnold from jump when they dropped him off, and after that, it was him and Grandma raising Arnold.
Oh yeah,
I think that's probably hard for any grandparent though to raise your kid, to raise your grandkid and whatnot, and do the best you can. Because my grandparents raised me, so like I said, mom and dad was there, but most of the job, grandparents. Speaking of this, they 55 anniversary today. They old, but 55 years.
Oh, congratulations, man. Ain't nothing wrong with you. Thank God. But it's a blessing.
But man, they at home, they at home probably sleep watching Matlock or whatever. They ain't doing that.
Right. Let me see. Another great father figure. Let me see. I mean, I guess I can say Hank Hill. He's a good father to Bobby. Like he's a Texan father for sure. I can definitely see that. Like he's a for real Texan father, and I've hung around a bunch of Southern people in my life, just playing baseball all my life. So, I want to go ahead and put him on the pedestal. He's definitely a great father. I got a question for you.
Yeah.
What's a definition or what makes a good father?
Definition of a good father: somebody who would sacrifice anything for their kids, anything to make them have a good lot, to have them have a good life, put in extra time at work, being there, spending time with them, teaching them stuff that you didn't know to make sure they don't make mistakes. But kids, yeah, they're gonna make mistakes, but teach them stuff that you didn't know so they know it for them down the road in life. Love your kids. Spend time with your kids, nurture your kids. I would just say a lot of love. Just love your children. Just love your children. Teach them how to love. Because like I said, a lot of kids ain't getting love out there from their parents probably. Somewhere, I said people growing up without their parents. Just be there for your kids, man. Because if you ain't gonna be there, who else is? As long as
Right.
they got you, I mean, so you got family, but at the end of the day, dad, mom, dad, you gotta be there. Like I don't know how people don't want to be fathers a lot of times. I said I'm not with my child now, but I love my daughter to death. Love my
Mhm.
daughter to death. Like I didn't know I was gonna be a father, but I definitely the time I enjoy, the time I get with my daughter is amazing. I, that little girl lights my little world up. Like I said, she's growing fast on me. But be there for your kids, man. Just love them, teach them, just teach them and guide them. Show and teach them stuff that you want to teach them stuff. I don't know. Just like I said, just be there and nurture your kids and take care of them and guide them
Right.
through this thing we call life because it's hard.
It is.
It's definitely
No,
hard.
that's good. I like your definition.
Yeah.
That's what's up. My different definition is definitely gotta love.
I love yeah.
You gotta love. You have to love your kids. And with the stigma of father figures that always have to work hard, um, that's beginning to change, which is very healthy, um, for sure. It needed to change. It needed to change because fathers never had the opportunity to open up, and which always caused some type of disconnection with the kids because dad wouldn't talk, he wouldn't open up, and it will make it hard for the kids to talk and open up. So
Yeah.
for me, the definition of a great father is one, always have your kids back no matter what, right or wrong. We'll fix the issues when we at home in our own space quietly. So I know you understand what I'm trying to communicate to you.
Yeah.
Never publicly punish your kids. There's no need for that.
Oh yeah.
There's no need for me to punish you publicly or on the internet, at all. It doesn't make any sense. Um, when you need to allow your kids to hurt themselves, allow them to fall in holes to gauge their heart. And when I say by gauge, it's not trying to test them on how tough they are, but to see where they need some of the help to make sure they get when they hit this type of a wall, they know the steps to climb out of it. If
Yeah.
not, know how to call somebody, which they know they always have someone there for them. I will always have my kids back. I will always be their safety nets. And when they do fall down these holes, I'm in the shadows watching them. I need to see this. My dad, for example, he knew I was running the streets, but he will only let me go so far. You know,
Yeah.
I could never join the gang, never sold drugs. I mean, I got older and sold some drugs, but that's here nor there. But he knew I was fighting. He knew I was out there, and he was like, I knew you was doing your thing. But he always heard stories from people like me fighting out in Carmel, or I did this to so and so. But he was like, I need you to control yourself because, son, these are the things you need to look out for. And he always took me to these different parts of the city, Indianapolis, East side and West side. Like he showed me things where I
Mhm.
need to look out for. And he was like, son, I'm not trying to show you that this is the life to live, but if you're going to be out because you're my child, you have my blood running through you. There's no denying that. You're going to do things that I did. So if you're out here, I'm going to show you that.
Yeah.
And so if this is your child and the things that you did mistakes in, and they're definitely going to be curious about, make sure you tell them like, hey, this is bad. And things like that. Um, it is okay to allow your kids to express emotions other than happiness and anger. Um, I never knew how to cry. I don't know how to
Oh,
cry. I don't. There's two emotions. I'm content and I know I'm pissed. Um, I'm starting to open up because my wife has been helping me, but
oh,
as a black man, we don't have the opportunity to express ourselves. So father figures, we need to know how to communicate our emotions with our kids so they know they can trust us with their emotions. So
yeah.
just in case, just say our kids want to go, they want to come out and say they're gay. I want my kids to trust me, if like, hey, my dad got my back no matter what. I'm like, hell yeah, I got your back, man. I don't give a fuck if you gay or not. You will be fly regardless.
You
You will
still gonna
not dress. You will not dress like a bum in this house. If you
oh
will
no.
slay, you will slay with style. Period. You feel what I'm saying? I always got my kids back.
No matter
You feel
what.
what I'm saying? No matter what.
Yeah, no matter what.
You ain't got to be the pit bull. The pit bull got your back. I am the reason that motherfuckers, y'all, why you will be tough, why you will have respect, why you will carry yourself with honor, because of the father that I am, because I'm around you, and you know your people. Another thing, as a father, let them know their history, let them know their family. You can't trust every family member. That's unfortunate.
Yep.
In my case, I can. My daddy's side, my mom's side, they know what's up. But allow them to communicate with their cousins. They need to know their cousins. I know my cousins. I know my brothers. So I'm able to be like, hey, that's your cousin. Them you know what I'm saying, on so and so side. You call him when you out in the city or out here, all that stuff. Make sure your kids know how to network, not only within your family, but outside as well, and know to gauge people when they trust value. You feel what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
That makes sense.
Always do
Definitely.
that. And,
Definitely. Definitely.
and never, and this is my last one, always allow your kids to show their smarts. Allow them to express their intelligence, no matter no matter what the situation is, be it they're white collar, blue collar, or in the hood. Allow them to show that intelligence on every level, and let don't show that they're no better. They're not better than anyone. Allow them to remain humble. Just show that I worked hard and that I can also help that individual work as hard or teach them the ways. Um,
Yeah.
never in my life do I think I'm better than anyone. Even competitively, I just work harder. I don't think I'm better than you in any way, shape, or form, but I know I can outwork you, and that's just shown and proved in proof in the pudding. When we go at it, I'm gonna show you why I'm better by putting this work in. But as a human, I'm no better than any person on this earth. I just work harder, and I want my kids to show your kids that. And when they
Yeah.
see somebody that is hurting, that needs assistance around them, instead of making fun, they're gonna help.
True, because we don't. A lot of black people don't want to help each other. Either you hating on them, don't want to help them, make fun of them, just watch them struggle.
It's no longer a black thing; it's a human thing.
Yeah, true.
It's
You're right.
no, it's a human thing at this point.
Yeah.
So see, Aiden ruined it, and I wanted to wait until the end, but he said it. Mobu Kingdom. Everyone in
I,
the chat, read
I
Kingdom.
I need to go ahead and get on Kingdom because y'all been talking about. I got in the King and be updating chapters, and I'd be like, let me go ahead and read Kingdom because I've been hearing about the Kingdom for like this last year from y'all. I
Oh,
need
it's
to.
a it's the father. He knows what it
Oh,
is.
I just need. Yeah. Oh, thank you. I try. Thank you. I try. I try to be a good father figure. I just do what I've been taught and how I was raised and put it in my children and don't have them make mistakes. Like I said, they're gonna make mistakes, but I want them to hopefully don't make too many, but it's gonna happen. Yeah, we human. Nobody's perfect. I just want to instill my daughter with stuff that I didn't know when I was younger. Don't go here. Don't do this. Don't talk to this person. Learn how to get this job. Be persistent. But I enjoyed this episode, my brother. It was some
Oh
good
yeah,
anime dads. I definitely want to
absolutely.
have you back on one day, my brother. Like I said, we'll get some more people. I'll get another good topic. I just thought of dads, and I'm like, Father's Day. Good father animes. Good father anime dads. I was like, yeah, I was gonna do it Father's Day, but working and
No,
all
I
that.
was I was I was unavailable. I was on vacation.
Yeah, it was cool. Yeah, it was. I was working Uber, making a little money out. So,
I was high as hell. I was
oh
on
Lord,
vacation.
hey
I'm in
man.
Arizona. I'm in a legal state. I
Oh
can.
yeah, keep forgetting that. Oh yeah, you're good then. Yeah. Hey, but hey, my brother, I appreciate you coming on today
Mm,
and discussing anime dads and what a good definition of a father is. And
oh
I'm
yeah,
definitely gonna have
absolutely.
you back on one day. I said, everybody whoever tuned in, thank you, appreciate it. We got to hear about the good fathers, some of the bad fathers, but good episode over all in all. Like, share, subscribe, comment to the Justin Anime group page on Facebook and the YouTube channel. And then I'll type my email. If you got any ideas of episodes that you want me to talk about with future guests and whatnot, if you want Nick to come back on, like I said, me and Tim and Everett are going to do the Jutsu Kaisen the review again next week. So we'll get back on that. And I said, check out my email here, y'all. If y'all got any ideas, just email it right here. I will check it and all that good stuff. But Nick, again, thank you again, my brother.
Oh, yeah, no
And
problem.
hey, y'all, peace and chicken grease, and have a good evening.
All right, y'all.